People think of adventure and they think of extreme stuff. This guy's definition of adventure was, adventure is just when things go different. Things go very different for me sometimes, and I appreciate that. My name is Lee Wittekind. I'm a senior this year. I'm from Marietta, Ohio, and I'm an adventure recreation major. I was one of those types of kids that whenever I grew up, it probably changed almost daily what I wanted to be. The general theme that I get though is I wanted to be a soldier. As I grew up more in the outdoors, I knew that I could actually have a career, something outside. So that's where kind of sparked my idea of D&E was that idea of like ecotourism and sustainability. Used to go to every state park in West Virginia, and Elkins just has to be at the center of all of the state parks. Within about a 30-minute radius, there's like 8 or 9 parks, at which I always went to. And then of course skiing and other outdoor pursuits always kind of drawed me in. And I always remembered seeing the statue and passing it and being very curious as to what college that was, because I was like, oh, this is totally in the most prime area ever. And it wasn't until a college fair that I talked to one of the open house representatives, and she got me really hooked on the idea of D&E. There's a couple of things I really love about D&E. I love that there's a family at D&E. As soon as I stepped on campus my freshman year, it was nothing but a barrage almost of how are you and hellos, and I really love that. That fostering atmosphere that D&E has because it's so close knit together. And naturally, I love the outdoors. So I love just coming out here and like, you know, in between classes, I can sit on this log and, you know, collect my thoughts and just get away from it all. And I really enjoy that, just the overall atmosphere and environment that D&E provides. I first started off my freshman year playing 2 sports. I walked on to cross country and lacrosse, neither of which I would consider myself like, you know, I'm a lacrosse player. I would not say that at all. But I got into some connections there with a couple students who the year after I wanted to focus more on academics. It was really fun and got me into a lot of circles. It got me into Sigma Phi Epsilon, the fraternity that I'm in. And I became involved with student assembly after that because they really prompted me to get more involved on campus. I think the best thing I can do this year is to educate people on how to get involved, tell them why to get involved, and to instill that inside them. Simply saying that serving by providing an atmosphere in which the freshman class that's coming in feels welcomed, feels excited, and that they have their own intrinsic motivation to do things that they never once thought they could, and to help people make the change. It was my freshman year when we had the big hurricane roll in. We had like 2 feet of snow. We'd like snowboard to class, and after classes we would snowboard until like 1 in the morning around campus, jumping off stuff. And I really remember and cherish those times. You know, also like, of course you remember like riding around on a snowboard in a Speedo. That's kind of something you do that sticks out, but it's not my most cherished memories. Some of my most cherished memories, for example, some of the just like dorm room chats that you have with like my roommate or some of my close friends. I'm all about the outdoors and all about people getting together and making a beautiful experience and making memories. Almost like every evening I try to get out and do something, whether that's bouldering up at Tucker County or Bear Heaven or climbing at Seneca Rocks, mountain biking, whitewater boating, if I'm going on a hike somewhere, if I'm fly fishing down the Shavers Fork. I try to do something every evening when I'm not studying to try to relax. I guess like the most real experiences I've had is like my near-death experiences, where I've come so close to like seeing the light to where I'm like, oh, I definitely appreciate life a whole lot more now. Some of those have been backpacking solo in the middle of the woods, like 20 miles in, and you know, going from 71-degree weather to 50-degree and torrential downpour to 17. I was like nearly hypothermic to where I couldn't operate, and there was literally, I never saw anyone else in Dolly Sods that whole time I was in there because it was such bad weather. So that's one time where I was so cold that like, I could definitely feel that was a little real. Sometimes climbing without a rope, that's a little real sometimes, but my mother doesn't need to know that.